Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
All right. Thank you so much, Olivia. And welcome back to those of you who have been following the series, either in person or by watching the replays. And a warm welcome if this is your first time joining. Glad you're here. Look, this is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers, and I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. Now, today's segment is about how to nail behavioral interview questions like a pro. Yes, indeedy, that's what we want to do. If you are new to the series, I've got a clear mission, and that's to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. Fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. Now, no matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, or maybe you're just unhappily employed, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. Look, if you've missed any of the segments, not to worry. Feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile. There you can watch the replays, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, it's called Get Up and Get a Job. That's right. Just go to YouTube, type in Get Up and Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video that I believe would be of help to you. And if you believe that it's of help to you, please like the videos. It lets YouTube know that it needs to share this information with other folks. All right, so let's get our party started as we normally do. And we've got a couple of comments. So let's get our comments on screen. Hey, John Werner. Hey, John. Good afternoon, William and everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope all are doing well. Looking forward to today's segment on behavioral interview questions. Absolutely right you are. Glad you're here as always, John. Thank you for your support. Shelly. Hey, Shelly, good afternoon. All is what Shelly says. Good afternoon to you. Glad that you're here as well, Shelly. Who else wants to make themselves known? Good friend Daniel Velez. Good afternoon, William and team. Good afternoon to you too, Daniel. Glad you're here. So let's get into this today, because we did something similar yesterday as it relates to behavioral interview questions, and we answered a specific question. And so based on feedback, folks want a little bit more around the behavioral interview questions. We also gave you two formats yesterday. We gave you paragraph and we gave you a bullet point, but we also gave you the option in yesterday's prompt. If you don't have it, go back and watch the replay. You have, and get the prompt rather, you have the ability to have chat create a shorter version, a version that's tailored to a specific role, etc. So today, I'm doing a couple of things here. Here's the prompt. You are an expert career transition coach. Based on today's job market, list 5 behavioral interview questions that Mary would be likely asked during an interview for an accounts receivable, accounts payable manager role, and give bullet point ideas she could use to answer each to sound natural, make the best impression, and totally nail the interview. So as opposed to using the format that we mainly used yesterday, which was actually kind of getting a script, right, that you're going to read or that you're going to memorize, here we have the opportunity to get bullet points, and we can make sure that we're moving forward in a more natural progression but at the same time, getting the guidance that we need so that we can make the best impression possible. So let's see how Chat is going to help us out today. And I hope you guys are doing well. We had a little dusting of snow here. I understand that some of my partners to the north and west got more snow, but I hope you're in a safe space. Okay, so let's see here. All right, here we go. Absolutely, Chat says, for an ARAP manager role in today's market, employers are looking for more than someone who can process invoices or manage collections. They want leadership, process improvement, risk mitigation, ERP fluency, such as SAP, Oracle, and NetSuite. They want cross functional collaboration. They want data driven decision making, and they want AI and automation awareness. You guys know we got that AI going. Here are 5 high probability behavioral interview questions Mary is likely to face, plus smart, natural bullet ideas she can use to confidently structure her responses. All right, here we go. Tell me about a time you improved the financial process. What they're really testing here is process optimization, systems thinking, measurable impact. I love it. Chad is baking in here the idea that here's not only the question, but here's why that they're asking this question. Here are bullet ideas Mary can use. Identified inefficiencies in cash application or invoice routing process. Analyzed aging reports or reconciliation gaps using Excel or ERP reporting tools. Collaborated with IT or cross-functional teams to automate or streamline steps. Reduced unidentified payments, duplicate entries, or late vendor payments. Improved DSO, reduced error rates or accelerated month-end close time, mention documentation updates or SOP creation, quantify the impact, time saved, percent reduction, dollars recovered. The tone here is emphasize, I saw the gap, I took initiative, and here's the measurable result. So remember that leads us to our star example, if you will. So you always want to have those stories. But what this does is it gives you a framework that's a little less, let me say, restrictive, if I can use that word. It's more freeing. All right. So you can have this on your 3x5 card. You get your 3x5 card. You can have a couple of these bullet points on your 3x5 card. And yes, you can have multiple 3x5 cards to help prompt you, no pun intended, to help prompt you to give answers, again, that employers are looking forward to hearing. And when you're answering, you could also add, by the way, it reminds me of a time where, boom, and you talked about the situation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All righty. Number 2, describe a time you had to handle a difficult internal stakeholder or vendor. I mentioned that yesterday, but here we go. What they're testing, emotional intelligence. And I've told you guys, you need to take, if you haven't, you need to take an EQ or emotional intelligence class, ASAP. All right. It'll do you good. And you want to be able to mention that as well. Conflict resolution, professionalism. All right. So here we go. Here's some bullets. Situation involving disputed invoices, delayed payments, or collection tension. Stayed calm and solution focused instead of reactive. Reviewed documentation and transaction history before responding. Facilitated conversation to understand root cause. Clarified policy while preserving the relationship. Resolve dispute without escalation or legal involvement, and strengthen vendor or internal partnership afterward. So here's the tone that we're going for. We want to show maturity, not I won, but instead we reached a resolution that protected both compliance and the relationship. Is this good stuff here? I think it is. All right, so here we go. Number 3 of 5. We're almost done. Tell me about a time you led or developed a team. What they're testing: leadership readiness, coaching ability, scalability, bullet ideas, trained new AR staff on ERP system or reconciliation process. Now, I want you to see something here. It says, tell me about a time you led or developed a team. And many folks will default to, well, I've never led a team. Well, I've never been in management. But listen to that first bullet point: trained new ARAP staff on ERP systems or reconciliation process. There's a book there's a book called Leading from the Second Chair. And the concept is the same as what we're seeing here. Mary doesn't have to be the manager to take the lead role or to show leadership on a team. Okay? So, very, very important point here. Created checklists or dashboards to track KPIs, aging, payment cycles, error rates. Once again, not saying she had the title of manager or even of team lead, but here's what she did: set clear performance expectations, implemented weekly review cadence, identified skill gaps and cross-trained team members. Is that training showing up again? Improved accuracy, morale, or turnaround time. There's some people that come into the office and you're glad when they're there. There's some people that come into the office and you go, man, I wish they had taken a sick day today or gone on vacation, right? So you want to be that person where people are happy when you're there, because if a challenge pops up, you're going to be the one to help resolve it and therefore boosting morale. Reduce backlog or compliance errors. And the tone here we're going for is focusing on, I build structure that helps people succeed, or I build structure that helps the team succeed, right? It's all boats rise. All right, when I'm around, when I'm in the house, when I'm on the team. All righty. Number 4, describe a time you discovered a financial discrepancy or compliance issue. This is definitely a good one. And what they're testing is attention to detail, SOX awareness, but mostly this whole piece of risk mitigation. Definitely. So here are our bullets: discovered discrepancy during reconciliation, audit prep, or vendor review. Investigated root cause using transaction history and system logs. Documented findings clearly. Escalated appropriately where necessary. Implemented preventive controls moving forward. Good one. Strengthen internal control environment. Protected company from financial loss or audit findings. And when you can quantify that, it becomes even more powerful. To say that you protected the company from a potential $1 million, $500,000, $80 million loss or a bad audit definitely gets you brownie points. All right. And the tone we're going for here: show you think like a guardian. Oh my goodness, of financial integrity. I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm looking out for your money, Mr. and Ms. Employer. Okay. uh, oh my goodness. How many of us could use somebody looking out for our money in a good way for us on our behalf, right? All right. And just remember, you don't have to use all of the bullet points. You can just use some of them. All right. How have you used technology or automation to improve ARAP performance? Here we go. They're testing for modern systems mindset. They're testing for future readiness, and they're testing for AI awareness. So here are our bullets. Used Excel advanced function, such as pivot tables, VLOOKUP, Power Queries. Leverage ERP automation, SAP workflows, auto posting, batch processing. Suggested automation tools for invoice matching or collections tracking. And then reduce manual entry and improved accuracy. Shorten month-end close. We'd love to hear about how you did that. Began exploring AI-driven forecasting or anomaly detection. Those anomalies pop up and they're not expected. So to have someone on your team who's got their radar set for the anomalies is definitely a go. Let's see, demonstrated adaptability to new systems quickly. They always want to hear that you're a fast learner, or simply that you're able to shift gears. You're not stuck in the mud. Well, we've been doing it this way for the last 18 years. I don't know why we gotta, huh, ugh, I cringe. All right, the tone here, you're positioning yourself as forward thinking, not just experienced. And the final strategy for Mary as it relates to our segment today, when answering, keep your responses to 60 to 90 seconds. How will you know there's 60 to 90 seconds? That's right, you're going to practice. Hello, you're going to practice out loud. You're not just reading stuff silently in your head. Get in a mirror, get on your phone, videotape yourself, get in a recorder, record yourself, and practice so that you. And again, it's not memorization. Please understand, this is not memorization. It's just making yourself familiar enough with the material so that when asked the question, again, using your bullet points, you're able to give an answer that hits the nail right on the head, as they say. Use a light star structure naturally, not robotic. Okay, I alluded to that earlier. Lead with the result first if possible. For example, oh yes, I saved the company $70 million. And then you can speak to what you did. Tell them how you did. You just tell them what you did. Okay. All righty. Quantify wherever she can. If it's you're preaching to the choir here. Show leadership, even if she didn't have the title. Did I say that earlier, or did I say that earlier? Oh my goodness! Today's ARAP manager isn't just processing transactions; they're managing risk, leading teams, optimizing cash flow, partnering cross-functionally, and embracing automation. If Mary communicates that, she protects cash, strengthens systems, develops people, improves processes, and thinks ahead, guess what? She won't just answer the question, she'll position herself as the solution. And now chat's offering up something extra. Oh my goodness. If you like, I can next turn one of these into a polished, fully scripted sample answer, or create a 5-question mock interview simulation for her to practice live responses. Chat GPT is a wonderful technology. It really is, along with all of the various AI technologies, and they're getting better every day. And if you were with me Friday, you heard me say that, I don't put all my trust in AI, but you got to admit that the application for AI, the argument for the application is hands down a solid argument. Think about having to do this on your own versus being able to utilize a tool like this so that you can move forward faster. All right, because I'm getting into my bag here, and I don't want to have to do that to you guys. Here, let me put this link to today's prompt in the comment section. Be sure when you go to YouTube, go to the description and look at all the stuff there and respond and take advantage of all of the information that I'm providing, because what do I want you to do? Yes, that's right. I want you to use it. I want you to replace Mary's information with your information so that you can get the results that you need so you can be successful. All right. Everybody can't work with me. I can't work with everybody, but through this medium of YouTube and LinkedIn and even Facebook, for those of you who watch on Facebook, I'm able to share with you the same information that I would be sharing with you if I were coaching you one-on-one, to a certain degree, of course, because it's not tailored specifically for you. We use Mary Mack, our fictitious job candidate, as an ARAP manager. Now, if you're an ARAP specialist, manager, what have you, then this is golden. The whole series is for you. Okay. But for the rest of you out there, know that you can take this and you can customize it for yourself. All right, before we get out of here, let's see what else popped up today from comments. TJ Richardson, hey, glad you were able to make it, TJ, and good morning to you as well. Let's see, we've got a LinkedIn user. This reminds me of PAR, problem, action, result. Yes, we covered that yesterday. There's CAR, there's PAR, and there's STAR. And so I coach, I've been coaching the last 13 years or so on using the STAR method. But yes, you can use PAR, you can use CAR. The bottom line is you get the story told because stories sell. Facts, F-A-C-T-S, facts tell, stories sell. So when you can create word pictures with your stories and place your interviewers in the situation with you and walk them along the steps that you took to resolution and give them that good, happy feeling inside that, wow, this feels good. We had a problem, we had a challenge, we had a situation, but guess what? Boom, boom, boom. This candidate took us all the way through to resolution, and don't it feel good? Oh my goodness. So thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. Let's see what else we have here. John says, thank you, William. This is helpful. The points about leadership are so true. Leadership isn't about titles. It's about impact, influence, oh my goodness, and inspiration. John knows I like the alliterations. I love it. I love it. I love it. Gold star to you today. Thank you so much, John, for sharing that. Always helpful, always. So look, you all, I'm going to get out of here, but whatever you do between today and tomorrow, please stay safe. Understand that there's a lot going on. So be vigilant, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be scared. Just pay attention to your surroundings, which you should do anyway, but more so even now. And if you see something, say something. All right. With that, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember these three things. God loves you. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.